everyone, and welcome back to one of our cybersecurity videos. My name is Mina and I'm an IT technical support. Today we'll talk about how to hack into Windows 11 if you forgot your password, and I'm gonna show you a nice trick how to get back into your account and create a new account if you want. It's a nice trick on how to hack into Windows. So let's jump to it. So this is a Windows 11 on a virtual machine that I will demonstrate how to use that trick on it, and it only has one local account here, and let's assume I don't know the password to this one. The trick here is, if you look at the bottom right, there is accessibility option. Let me just move my camera a little bit so you can see it. So if you look at the bottom here, this standing guy, it's say here's this one, accessibility. If you click on this one, you find a few options here. The one that we are interested in is on-screen keyboard. If you turn on this one, it will get you the keyboard on the screen, and you can use it to type if the keyboard is not working, the actual keyboard. But the trick here is we are going to replace the command for this one for the keyboard itself. Instead of getting up the keyboard, once we turn on this button, it will give us the command prompt, and once we have the command prompt at the login screen, we'll have a full control over Windows itself. So let me show you how we are going to do it. So I'm going to turn off, let's turn it off from here, shut it down. So what do we need to do is prepare a bootable USB drive for your physical machine, and then boot from this Windows installation USB, bootable USB, and then use it to do the trick. There is a video already up online on the channel itself on how to create a bootable USB stick, and you can use that trick into getting the USB trick and then use it on your computer to boot from it and use this trick. For the sake of this video, I'm just using a fake CD-ROM here, and it has the ISO image of Windows itself, which is simulating if you are using a bootable USB. So once you have a bootable USB, you log into your BIOS setting, change the boot order, and put the USB drive on top, so the computer itself, once it's turned on, it will load from the USB as a first option, first order. I need to tell you also that once you have the bootable USB, you need to plug it in before you turn on the machine, so the machine can detect it, and then you go into the BIOS and say change the order from the hard drive as a first order, and then change it to the USB, so it will be the first order to boot from. So I'm going to turn on this machine, and I have to change into the BIOS on this one the order of booting, the boot order. So let's do it again. So I'm going to restart it. The BIOS setting is different from manufacturer to another. So HP is different than Lenovo is different than Dell, so you'll need to look up online on how to get into the BIOS and change the boot order, so you can change it to the USB itself. here I'm going to enter the BIOS setup, and configure boot option is the first one, and then change boot order, and in this one I will put the CD-ROM on top, press enter. Now the CD-ROM will boot as a first priority, and commit change, and exit and reset the machine. Just let me check one settings before we do that, because I need to make sure that the CD-ROM will turn on once we turn on the machine itself. Now I'm gonna reset it. As you can see here, it says press any key to boot from the CD-ROM. So I pressed any key on the keyboard. Now it's booting from the bootable USB in your case, and in my case it's booting from a fake CD-ROM itself. Now we are getting to the setup of Windows. I'm going to say next, next, and then repair my PC. I'm gonna press next again. Choose the keyboard layout. I'm using the US. Is it here? No. I have to go until we reach the U letter. S. Just need to use still not this one, and yes, US here. Okay, so I'm going to choose troubleshoot and then command prompt. Now I need to find the partition. Let me just make the font a little bigger so you can see it. Okay, I need to find some Windows partition. At this point it's standing at the X drive, so I'm going to go to the C. There is no C, so now I will try the next one, D, and there is a D drive. I just press dir. I don't see Windows folder here, so it's not the D. I'm going to press E, and then you try until you find it. F, maybe G, it's not there. So let's go to X back. There is another way. So you just go to a command called disk part, which is it's disk partition. I'm gonna press enter. I'm gonna say list volume, and so the first one is a DVD. That's strange. Should be that one, but it doesn't have a letter in it. Select drive. Select disk. List disk. It's only one disk, so I'm gonna select it. Select disk 0. List drive. Okay, no drive. List partition. So it should be partition 3. That's the one that has almost 80 gigs on it. It's not the recovery, not the reserve, not the systems. These are the ones that Windows create automatically. So that's the one I just need. Select partition 3. List. Now list volume. List volume. So it's this one, but it doesn't have a letter itself. Hmm. Let's see, I'm going to go back to my notes. Just bear with me. I think we're missing a little bit. So into that. Bear with me, I'm just reading the notes. Yep. So we'll select volume 1 and now assign letter equal C. So now if I say list volume 1 has C drive. So I'm going to exit. Now I gave the partition that I want to access a letter. If I press C there, now I can see Windows. So I'm going to go into Windows folder. Then I'm going to go into another folder called Windows 32 and so on. Yes, so osk.exe is the keyboard and we need to replace this one with CMD. So when we turn on the accessibility on screen keyboard, it instead of loading the keyboard itself on your screen, it will load the command prompt. First we need to make a copy of this file because we are going to change. So we are going to copy osk.exe to osk-original.exe. Now we have a copy out of it. Then we do a copy cmd.exe to osk.exe and say, do you want to overwrite it? And I say yes. Now osk.exe is the command prompt itself. Going to exit and then continue to load Windows. I'm going to bypass the CD-ROM. Now it will load the current Windows on your hard drive. And now, as you can see, it's only one user. And let's turn this on. And now, instead of the keyboard, I have the command prompt. At this point, I have full control of Windows. If I press net U, it's very small. Let me make it bigger so we can see it together. 36. Now if I press net user, it's showing me the current accounts. I have mine here. I can reset the password for this one, but for the sake of this educational video and the trick, we are going to create a new account and make it an admin account. So we'll say net user hacker, then give it a password. I will just say the password would be 1234556 and add. Now I've created account, but it's just an account. I need to make it an admin account. So I'll just say local group administrators. Now the group of administrators, please add the hacker account to it. Now the hacker account is into the administrator group, which means it's an admin. Now we need to reboot the machine, so I will just go here and restart. It's booting from the CD-ROM. I don't want the CD-ROM for now. Now it goes into the next order, which is the hard drive itself. Now we are at the login screen, and we click on it. Now we have two accounts, the one we've created, the hacker account. Now let's put the password 123456. Let's show it 123456 and then press enter. And we are in. Now we have a full control of the computer. If you don't know the password of the other account, now we've created a new account, an admin account, and now you can have the whole access to your machine. The whole machine itself is now opened for you. This is a nice trick on how to get access to a computer, and I've already done another video on how to secure your Windows, so this trick wouldn't work at all. So look for the other videos on how to secure your computer. If it's not applied on your machine, you can use it, apply to your machine, encrypt your data so nobody can do this trick at all on your machine. Thank you for watching, and wait for more coming soon. Have a good day. Bye.